My name is Mary, known to many people as Betty Badger. I've travelled here from Hertfordshire with Chris and Frank because we care about the plight of our badgers. Now I know that many of you, like us, have been fighting for the badger cause for the past 12 or more years. We started out hopeful, and then suddenly we wrote to our MPs, we wrote to the newspapers, we wrote to the scientists and said, this doesn't make any sense. But they took no notice. They started killing badgers. DEFRA even said to me, don't write to us anymore because we're not going to reply. So I said, what can I do? So I made myself a badger mask and I stood outside Downing Street. That was 6 years ago. I stood outside Downing Street. And the Oxfordshire Badger group said to me, Mary, why don't you wear a badger suit? And I said, great. And from that moment on, I became Betty Badger. And for the last 6 years, I have stood outside DEFRA every single Thursday, except for a few weeks during COVID, because I want people to realise this badger cult is still going on. And every year, tens of more than 1,000 badgers are killed. And you might say, what's the point? The point is that most people do not realise this is happening. Every week I see members of the public and they say, I thought this was all over with. And I say, no. The government has now killed nearly 250,000 badgers. So we have to carry on in whatever way we can. And my way is standing outside DEFRA as a vigil. I want to prick the consciences of the DEFRA staff, and I want to remind people of the cruelty of what's happening. I have met Michael Gove. I have met George Eustace, both of whom had me in for an appointment. Michael Gove listened carefully, and he was going to do something, but then he was reshuffled 2 weeks later. I met George Eustace. He said to me, we are not going to stop killing badgers. We are going to carry on because this is my policy and I'm not going to stop no matter what the science says. And that's what we're fighting against. So hopefully things will change. But I doubt it until we get a change of government. And I'm not a political person, but I know that this badger cult is being financed, pushed by vested interests. So all I say to you, do what you can. My way is standing outside in all weathers. It's cost me tens of thousands of pounds. I stand outside the Conservative Party conferences. I get cold, I get hot, I get wet, I despair. But I won't stop till we stop killing badgers. Because stopping the badger cull is the main purpose of my life now. And I may be mad, you might think I'm crazy, but actually this kind of injustice has to be stopped. And as they say, Edmund Burke said, evil thrives when good people do nothing. We are the good people, and we are carrying on and trying day after day in the best way we can. And now I'd like us to pause.